Hello, this is Mr. Huff, and I want to put together a real quick video to show you how to do an exterior rendering. The thing with an exterior render is you don't have to worry about light sources because it already has the sun built in. If we want to do interior, that is a little bit different. So this is just about exterior renders. So it's going to produce an image that looks kind of like this. So what we want to do is go to our Revit project. And in this case, I'm going to use the landscape. If you don't have the landscape plan, then you can just use the site plan. That will be fine. I want to get a rendering that shows this planting toward this corner. So I'm going to do a shot from here to here. So to start this, you're going to go up here and click on the little icon that has the house on it. The drop down next to it, choose the one that says camera. And think about this being you standing on the site somewhere and where you want to take the picture from. So I'm going to stand at this corner of the lot, and then the lines that are coming out, let me zoom in on this a little bit. The center line will be the center of the picture, and the ends of the lines will be where the picture ends. So I want to go beyond where I want to see, and what I want to do is kind of have it where you can see the plants, the planting, and the house behind it. So that's the one I want. When you first do this, because remember we have this set at an elevation of 770 feet, and if you scroll down here on the left, it says our eye elevation is 5.5 feet, which is great, but that's in our model, it's underground. So I'm going to change this to 7756, and this one is also going to be 7756. So what this is doing is saying this is how tall you are and this is what we're shooting to. What you can do with this is you can make it look like drone footage by going higher than this. So you could do 785 and then your target would be 775 and it would be like looking down on your house. But right now I just want to use this. So we're going to hit apply on that. And now you can see, we can see the landscaping and the house behind. All right, I'm pretty happy with this view, but if you don't like it, you can kind of right click and pan left and right, up and down, and get it exactly where you wanted. Like you could look down the street, you could look down the street this way, but I want to see this. And you can also use your scroll wheel and zoom in a little bit. And one thing I don't see is I don't see the edges of the picture. Oh, wait, no. The scroll wheel does not work the way I thought. To zoom, you need to, or to adjust the size of the frame, click on the frame and grab these. Like maybe I don't want to see those highline poles. Maybe I want it to be kind of wider than this. Maybe that's too much blank space over there. So we're going to kind of narrow that in on the tree and narrow this in on the house. And now I can see the house, the landscaping, and the yard from the corner. All right. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to go to View. And then we're going to choose this little teapot thing here that says render. It's also RR. So I'm going to click render. Let me move this little pop-up in here. So some settings we need to pay attention to. The render is what's going to tell it to do it, but we need to change this to medium. For everything we do not need high, best, or custom, just use medium. Medium gives us a pretty good look. The higher up you go, the longer it takes to make the images. The computers in our lab do this very quickly. It'll only take about 20 seconds or so to generate a medium render, but the higher up you go, the longer it takes, and there's really no added value for our projects. All right, so we're going to use the screen resolution. Then we're going to choose exterior sun only. That's fine for now. You have some other choices here, like if you're working with the interior as well, you'll need to add some artificial lights, but we're not worried about that in this. You can also do some things like adjust exposure and choose what you want to see in the background. And then that's what we want to do. So really the main thing we need to change on this is make it a medium quality. Click on render. So after it thinks for a minute, it produces our rendering just the way we set it, or more or less. You can see we have our landscape, we can see our street or our corner of our lot, and we can see the home right here. So when you're done, to save this image, you're going to choose export. and put in your folder for your house and give it a name that you know. So this might be yard and landscape, and it's going to save that as a JPEG file, and that way you can use it later. So that's just a real quick run through of how to do an exterior rendering. All right. You can adjust things like exposure and that sort of thing if you don't like how it looks, and a couple other things there, but that's just a quick run through of that. All right. Thanks for watching.